Hello and welcome to a day in 15 minutes UPSC Prelims Daily Current Affairs by Neo IAS. Today is 2nd November 2019 and the topics for discussion are Armed Forces Special Powers Act, that is AFSPA, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, India-US Economic and Finance Partnership, DUSLIC 2019, India Brain Atlas, and finally Cyclone Maha. Now coming to the first topic of the day, which is AFSPA, that is Armed Forces Special Powers Act. Now this is in news because the Home Ministry has retained final say on AFSPA in the Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Now talking a little bit more about this, the central government has the authority to declare an area in the newly created union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh as disturbed under the act of AFSPA. Earlier, how the situation used to be is that the state governments through the district magistrate were empowered to declare a particular district or police station area as disturbed under AFSPA. Now, the administration of AFSPA, basically under Jammu and Kashmir, in both the union territories is now vested with the Department of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh Affairs, which is coming under Ministry of Home Affairs. Coming and talking about AFSPA, now AFSPA is basically a law which gives immense powers to armed forces to maintain the rule of law in disturbed areas. It was passed on September 11th, 1958 to help the army in tackling the disturbed areas of the northeastern India. AFSPA is levied only in those areas which have been declared as disturbed areas. So then coming to the question, what do you exactly mean by disturbed areas? Now a disturbed area is one which is declared by the notification under section 3 of AFSPA. So under section 3 of this act, AFSPA Act, it actually mentions what are the cases wherein an area can be declared as a disturbed area. Now an area can be disturbed due to difference or different disputes between members of different religions, races, language, regional groups, castes, etc. So there are many reasons as to why an area can become disturbed. Now coming to who has the power to actually declare an area as a disturbed area. Now the central government or the governor of the state or administrator of a union territory can declare the whole part of the state or some part of the state or union territory as a disturbed area. Now, as per section 3 of AFSPA, it is mandatory to seek the opinion of the state government that whether an area should be declared as a disturbed area or not. Okay, it is mandatory. Now, if an area is declared as a disturbed area, it will be under the control of the special forces or the armed forces, basically the army itself, for at least a period of 3 months. Now, understand, AFSPA is a very powerful law. So, the powers that the armed forces gets in a region wherein AFSPA has been maintained, a few examples or a few provisions under that is given as follows. Under this, any suspect can be arrested without a warrant. Armed forces or persons of armed forces can search any house without any warrant and can require any force that can be needed in searching that area. The armed forces also have the authority to prohibit gathering of 5 or more people in an area. Now, if a person is a repeated offender and tries to disturb the peace of an area, then the armed forces are entitled to use the force until that person's death. Even that much power is given to the armed forces under AFSPA. Now, one more thing that you have to keep in mind here is that even in case of wrongful action by armed forces in that region, legal action against them is not possible under AFSPA. So that is the major point of contention. This is a major problem regarding people and the law. Law means AFSPA over here. Now coming to the present status of AFSPA, where all AFSPA is actually incorporated or put inside India. Now presently, AFSPA is operational in the entire states of Assam and Nagaland. So two entire states of Assam and Nagaland, there is full on AFSPA. See, Manipur also is entirely having AFSPA except for the region of Imphal municipal area. So understand this thing, not all of Manipur is there except for the region of Imphal municipal area. All other regions in Manipur actually has AFSPA. After that, 3 districts in Arunachal Pradesh, which is called Tirap, Changlang and Longding of Arunachal Pradesh, also have AFSPA. In addition to that, there are, the areas falling under the jurisdiction of 8 police stations in the district of Arunachal Pradesh, which is bordering Assam. Even those regions actually have ASPA in them. Alright, now coming to the next topic of the day, which is Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. Now this is a news because Telecom Regulatory Authority of India has mandated a minimum call ringer duration of 30 seconds. Coming to TRAI, which is Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, TRAI is basically a regulator of telecommunications in India. It is a statutory body established in 1997 by an act of the Parliament, which was called Telecom Regulatory Authority of India Act of 1997. Now, in addition to Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, we'll come to one more, body, which is Telecommunications Dispute Settlement and Appellate Tribunal. Now, the TRAI Act was amended by an ordinance effective from January of 2000. Now, after that, it established the Telecommunications Dispute Settlement and Appellate Tribunal to take over the adjudicatory and dispute functions from TRAI. So, TRAI basically now will take care of only the regulatory portion, but all the disputes and adjudication function will be taken up by this new appellate body, which is Telecommunications Dispute Settlement and Appellate Tribunal. Now, TDSAT was set up as an adjudicate to any dispute between a licensor and a license, between 2 or more service providers, between a service provider and a group of consumers, and to hear and dispose of appeals against any direction or decision taken up by TRAI. Okay, so this is the main functions of the Appellate Tribunal. Coming to the next topic, which is India-US Economic Financial Partnership. Now, this is in news because the India-US Economic Financial Partnership meeting was held in New Delhi between the Ministry of Finance from India and the Department of the Treasury from United States of America, and they both jointly released a statement. Now, coming to this Economic and Financial Partnership, the India-US EFP, that is Economic Financial Partnership, is working together to attract more private sector capital to finance India's infrastructure needs and further raise the growth of both the countries together. Now, from India's part, India has actually set up the National Infrastructure and Investment Fund to catalyze privatized institutional investment in Indian infrastructure, and this is, for which the United States will also provide some technical support to this fund. Now, the United States helped the Indian city of Pune, so in US has actually helped Pune successfully launch the municipal bonds in 2017 to finance local infrastructure needs to support the government's Smart Cities initiative, which is now looking forward to work together for preparing more cities and issue more municipal bonds. So basically speaking, US has actually helped the city of Pune to develop municipal bonds, and this is going to help in India's endeavor of creating more smart city initiatives. Okay. Now, both the countries recently signed an arrangement that enables automatic exchange of country by country reports for purpose of high level transfer pricing risk assessment. So understand this terminology here, country by country report is actually very, very important, and it is more important from a prelims point of view. Now, you have to know what country by country report is. I'll just tell you right now. See, country by country report, from one idea, if you want to understand it, think of a multinational company which has many branches or many offices in different countries. Now, in a country by country report, each country will go to each and every individual segment of these multinational companies and ask how much profit or how much loss has they made in that country, and all these countries are going to pool together and then finally come to the assessment of how much profit this company is making in total or how much loss this company is making in total. So as to properly get an assessment of what is the financial situation of that company. Okay, fine. Now, coming to India and the United States actually took note of the progress made in sharing financial accounts information between the two countries under the Intergovernmental Agreement pursuant to the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act of the United States. Now, both sides will continue to collaborate and share experiences for tackling offshore tax evasion. India and US will continue to enhance the cooperation in tackling money laundering and combating of the financing of terror activities. Okay. Now, coming to the area of Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act. Now, the Foreign Account Tax Compliance Act is actually a tax law that compels US citizens at home and abroad to file annual reports on any foreign account holdings. Now, the FATCA was endorsed in 2010 to promote transparency in global financial service sectors. Coming to the offshore tax evasion, see, understand, a tax haven is generally an offshore country that offers foreign individuals and businesses little or no tax liability in a politically and economically static environment. Now, tax havens also share limited or no financial information with foreign tax authorities and do not typically require any residency or business presence for individuals and businesses to benefit from their tax policies. Now, coming to the next area, which is the current affairs capsules, the first topic under the current affairs capsule is the Dusslik 2019. Now, Dusslik 2019 is basically the first ever exercise between the armies of India and Uzbekistan. So, okay, it's a military exercise between Indian army and Uzbek army. Now, the focus of Dusslik 2019 would be counter-insurgency and counter-terrorist operations in mountainous regions, rural areas and urban areas. The location for this year's exercise is going to be in Chirkik training area of Uzbekistan. Now, coming to the next current affairs capsule, which is Indian Brain Atlas. Now, IIIT Hyderabad had actually created Indian Brain Atlas, which is named as IBA 100. Now, other brain atlases in the world include Chinese Brain Atlas, Korean and Caucasian. Okay. Now, the atlas that the IIIT Hyderabad released has, revealed that Indian brains is smaller in height, width and volume compared to the Western and Eastern populations. Now, this study actually helps in understanding early diagnosis of brain diseases like Alzheimer's. Now, the India-specific brain atlas was created using MRI scans of 50 individuals of different genders. Okay, so both male and female will be taken 50 numbers in whole, and then with that an MRI was done for each individual, and with the help of that data they created a Indian Brain Atlas. Coming to the last current affairs capsule, which is a big news now, is about Cyclone Maha. Now, this is basically a depression over the Arabian Sea, and that has intensified into a cyclonic storm. It was named as Cyclone Maha. Now, the name Maha has been given from Oman. Now, this year, Maha will be the fourth cyclone in the Arabian Sea to form after Vayu, Hika and Kyar. So, understand, this is not a normal phenomena. This is actually also telling you about the changes that is being caused because of climate change. When you study in geography, you will actually, in the traditional studies that we do, there is a point that you will come across is that more and more frequent cyclones are occurring in the Bay of Bengal, and a very rare situation only do we have cyclones occurrence in Arabian Sea. But when you take the past few years, you can actually count, the increasing number of cyclones that has actually taken place in Arabian Sea. So here also is a major issue regarding, the problems of climate change that is happening. So you can include this point, in your mains answer writing if the question comes regarding climate change. Okay. So that's all for today. If you have any doubts or queries, you can write down in the comment section below. Thank you and all the best.
Please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Follow our website neoiascap.com for detailed content and monthly prelims digest. Also join our current affairs exclusive test series through the website. And finally, participate in the daily current affairs prelims infotainment quiz at our Telegram channel Neo IAS Prelims at 9:30 p.m. every day. Thank you.